Hey, we're in North London. Lovely, beautiful, cold, crisp, sunny November day, and we're here for Project Hack. So we're at Tottenham Hotspur's football ground in North London. Lovely lanyard today, and assuming this is where some of the hackings are going on. So anybody who's not familiar with Tottenham Hotspur, we're in White Hart Lane, which is in North London. People already arrived this morning. And there's the pitch. I must admit I was expecting it to be green, but there you go. So today, essentially, if you're not sure about Project Hack, there are challenges that are submitted beforehand for people to essentially choose. And I think there's about 15 or so, and essentially what will happen at the beginning of the day is that I'll introduce what the challenges are. You can see they're all getting ready now for the introduction talk, so that's how many people we've got in the room so far, people still arriving. Okay, so we've had the intros, so people know what challenges there are. So what they've started to do now is break up into teams. So essentially what you're the ideal thing, what you're looking for, having been to these hacks 3 times now, you're looking for a good blend of project people and tech to each team, because having done them before in the past, really enthusiastic project people but are really keen to learn about what's going on, but when it actually comes to hacking, it's really difficult to, if you don't know the science behind it or the tools that they're using. Yeah, let's go and find out how we're getting on with the House of PMO challenge. So here they are, here's our challenge table, and we've got a really good blend, by the way. I'm really chuffed with this. We've got some lovely PMO people, and then we've also got some data analysts, we've got some people that have had some experience already with virtual assistants. Let me tell you a little bit about what our challenge is. So basically, House of PMO put a challenge in. We actually did it after having chatted on PMO working from home one day, and we're just saying about some of the people that have been at hacks before. Found it quite difficult if you're not that into or know that much about data analytics, which, me included. I just think some of it just blows my mind and I haven't got a clue. So we came up with, you remember in the 90s there used to be that really annoying paperclip that used to pop up in Word that used to say, oh, I recognise you're writing a letter. How about you start it like this? So we basically went a little retro and thought, wouldn't it be interesting to see what you could do with a kind of like automated project assistant, where it might be that you're starting a document and it might be, oh, I recognise that you're writing a PID. Here are previous PIDs that have been written that may be useful to you, or you are attending a meeting and I think that there could be people that you're not invited that perhaps should be because they've been working on something similar. So it's something a bit more meaty around this kind of proactive, and some would say intrusion, like paperclip used to be. But again, it's just thinking about how we could just push the boundaries a little more with this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what we're doing, and it's obviously caught the imagination because they're getting hacking right now. Hi, it's the second day of Project Hack, and you can see that everybody's still hacking today. Essentially what the people are doing, carrying on with their challenges, and they are also expected to put together a presentation that shows people what it is that they've been doing, as well as what kind of solution they've come up with. And bearing in mind this is just a 2-day hack, so you're looking for things that are kind of like, I suppose, prototyping or something like that. So our guys who are just here behind us have been working on the House of PMO Challenge, and it's all been about a smart assistant. We've been nicknaming it Clippy 2.0. Everybody remembers that really irritating thing they used to jump up when you were writing a Word document. So we just thought it'd be quite interesting to see if you could have some kind of a virtual assistant helping people that deliver change. So for example, it looks like you're writing a business case. There are similar business cases over the last 12 months within the organisation. Perhaps you'd like to have a look at those examples. So that's where we were, in terms of the challenge that we were setting. So we've had a great team working on it with Matthew, Brandon, Kelly, Ben, Max, Chris and Samantha. And we've had a really nice split in terms of PMO project people and then also technical, like data analytical experience. In terms of the kind of tools they've been dabbling with, been really interesting to see. Excel still exists and still features. They've been using Python in terms of language coding. They've been using Visual Studio Code. They've been using OpenAPI GTP3, which is all about kind of like the text bits, hello, hi, I'm Clippy 2.0, that kind of thing. They've been using a really great tool called DAL-E, and I'm going to put another post up about that because it's brilliant, and also something called Jupyter Notebook. So those are the things they've been dabbling with. And bearing in mind that most people here, certainly from a PMO point of view, didn't know anything about any of these kind of tools. So that's why it's all a really good collaboration type day where you're bringing project experience to the table, coupled with the people that are more interested in the tech side of it, and together they've been working beautifully. They've made some real friendships. Everybody's been incredibly kind and welcoming, and they've had a lot of good fun along the way. So that's where we are. It's just coming up to lunchtime on the second day. They'll carry on pulling together their solutions, and the judging happens later on in the week. So we've got everything crossed for the House of PMO Challenge. We can't wait to show you what we came up with it, because you're gonna love it, because it's really cute. Okay, bye. Anyway, so what's been going on in Project Hack? We've just had an interesting afternoon. They brought in some of the great and good of project management to hear about project data analytics and what we're trying to do in terms of thinking differently about project management in the future, and basically what's needed, what's required, and listen to some sessions from the Infrastructure and Project Authority, so that's central government, and how they are thinking about innovation and things like that, which was interesting. There's some stuff that they have got a kind of 2030 plan, which is transforming infrastructure performance, so TIP. Go out and have a look at TIP 2030. And my heart me thinks, where is the government with this kind of stuff? There used to be, innovators and leaders in project management. If you think back to those days of, Prince 2 first came out of government, and we kind of, where are they now? We could do with, some strong leadership in terms of, help and pushing onto a new generation of project management. So things to think about, and, lots of other professional bodies getting involved, senior leaders in industry. There's so much more we could be doing to support maybe Martin and his team here at Projecting Success. It's hack number 17. It's a lot of energy, it goes into these things. A lot of people are learning, obviously, but it's where next and how to get that, that push, because people we've been working with today around the tables working on the challenge are living it. They're living the time to learn about it. That it's making them rethink about certain aspects of the job. It's also the art of the possible is really, really exciting. And it's a case of, what next? How can we get that, momentum? How can we get our businesses buying into it? Because you're really going to see some great innovation over the next few years around project management. So that's where we are this afternoon.